everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. My name is Samantha Genser. I'm going to be your host for today. We have a very exciting episode to cover. We're going to be covering the results of the PWHL draft, recent WNBA games, ranking the NWSL teams, the controversy with the amount of weight classes in the women's MMA, and make sure you guys stay till the end to hear about the VNL standings before the upcoming Paris Olympics. Before we begin, I wanted to ask you guys to like and follow the show and to become a part of our show to tip and donate using the link gsmcpodcast.net. We also get a lot of questions that come in from viewers during the show, so to ensure that your questions get read on the air, I ask that you use the link gsmcpodcast.net. This puts your questions at the top of the list so that I see them. And of course, it really does help the show. We really would appreciate it. Again, the link is gsmcpodcast.net. Now, let's get started. I hope you guys enjoy today's content. Okay, so we're starting today's episode off with something fun. We're going to be talking about the Professional Women's Hockey League draft. There's a lot to get through, so let's just get right into it. And we're going to obviously start with the first pick here. So the first pick was Sarah Fillier from Princeton University. She's widely considered to be the best player in the class of 2024, hence why she was the first draft pick. And she has already helped Canada win 3 world championships and was named MVP of the tournament in 2023 and an Olympic gold medal. Fillier broke out in her freshman year at Princeton in 2018 to 2019 when she led the NCAA with just under 2 points per game. At the 2021 World Championship, she announced herself as the future of women's hockey in Canada with her combination of speed, skill, and poise with the puck. At Princeton, she has scored 93 goals and 194 points in 120 games, the third highest point per game rate among players who played in the NCAA over the last 6 years. She won the 2019 National Rookie of the Year and was the 3-time finalist for the Patty Kazmaier Award given to the best player in women's college hockey. Fillier is an elite skater, which will make New York's attack more dangerous in transition and in the offensive zone with speed. She's developed her shot, scoring a career-high 30 goals at Princeton last year, and reads play at an advanced level to get open or make plays for her teammates. She's definitely a natural center, but also has spent parts of last season on the wing in an attempt to be more versatile. In New York, Fillier could realistically drive her line in the top 6, giving the team a 1-2 punch with Alex Carpenter up the middle. The thought of Carpenter and Fillier setting up each other in the slot should be exciting for New York and a real threat to opponents next season. The next pick, and I am so sorry guys, y'all know I'm already bad with names, so I sincerely apologize ahead of time. The next pick was Daniela Pejšová for Ottawa from Collegiate University. She is 5'9", which is going to be beneficial for the team, bringing a player who is taller and can play a physical game, but also has a lot of finesse around the net and an excellent scoring touch. She has a big shot to score on her own and can make plays for her line mates. She's hard to push off pucks, which makes her effective when driving the net and effective on the cycle. She scored more than 50 points in 3 straight seasons at Colgate, including an NCAA leading 71-point season in 2022 to 2023, and broke the program records in points at 239 points, goals at a total of 82, and assists at a total of 157. She's a 2-time ECAC Player of the Year and was a runner-up for the Patty Kazmaier Award given to the top player in women's college hockey in 2023. Ottawa's top line of Brianne Jenner, Daryl Watts, and Katarina Marsova was one of the best in the league in the last several weeks of the season, and if the team can re-sign both of these players, Serdarchny could give Ottawa a real 1-2 punch as a second-line center. She would also be excellent on the top line should the top of the lineup shuffle a bit in the offseason. The number 3 pick was Claire Thompson from Minnesota. This was a bit of a surprise pick. Thompson was the top-rated defender in the Athletics prospect ranking and the number 4 player on the list, so it shouldn't technically be that much of a surprise, I suppose, but there were other people they were looking at from Minnesota as their first pick, so it was just surprising a little bit. At her best, Thompson is an offensive threat with good size and can play a physical game, making her difficult to handle on both sides of the puck. She would provide speed and a dynamic ability to any team's blue line. Thompson's instincts on the ice are what set her apart, I think. She can make plays on the offensive blue line that others might not even attempt, but she also has that speed and defensive ability to get back if the play goes the other way. The number 4 pick was Hannah Bilka for Boston from Ohio State University. Boston scored the fewest goals in the PWHL this season and will add some legit speed and dynamic ability to the forward group in Hannah Bilka. She is highly creative and slippery with the puck and has game-breaking speed. Bilka played 4 years at Boston College before transitioning to Ohio State for her final year of eligibility and winning a national championship with the Buckeyes. She projects to be a top-line winger in the PWHL. The number 5 pick is Kayla Barnes for Montreal, also from Ohio State University. Montreal's biggest need heading into the draft was someone to help Erin Ambrose out on the blue line in a meaningful way. With Thompson, Ambrose's defense partner on Team Canada, off the board, Kayla Barnes was the best player available, really. Barnes is a small but talented defender who led the NCAA in goals differential at +7-1 this season. Barnes has been a staple of the U.S. national team since making the 2018 Olympic team as a teenager, and after transferring from Boston College, where she was the Eagles captain, to OSU, she helped lead the Buckeyes to a national title. She's an excellent transitional defender who has great vision on the ice and the ability to make quick, easy passes out of the defensive zone. She can also get out in transition and make plays off the rush herself. While Barnes does lack size, she's 5'1", so she is lacking that. She's strong on her feet and should be up to the increased physical challenge of the PWHL, just as she has been at the international level. The number 6 pick in round 1 was Julia Gosling for Toronto from St. Lawrence University. She finished her career at the university with 60 goals and 128 points in 111 games, hitting the 20-goal mark in back-to-back campaigns. She's a natural center who played for wing for Canada in a depth role at World Championships. Gosling has desirable size and can play with a real power to her game. She can protect pucks from the reach of opposing players when she's driving to the inside, and has a good shot that can beat goalies from mid-distance. With Natalie Spooner out long-term after off-season surgery, there's real need at forward, and while nobody can replace Spooner, to be honest, the likely MVP of the inaugural season, having a young power forward in Gosling should help to fill a hole at the top of the lineup in Toronto. So that concludes our round 1. We're now going to go over round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 very quickly. If you guys would like me to go more into depth of all the players, let me know and I can make another segment in the future, possibly sometime this week. Because there are so many players, I am going to give descriptions and talk a very small, brief amount about the round 2 draft picks. And then I'm going to list out the rest of the draft picks from round 3 to 7. But once again, just let me know if you guys would be interested in hearing more. Someone asked, do I ice skate? No, and I always have wished that I could. You know what? Figure skating and ice skating, all of that, hockey, my life would be different if I could, but I don't have that balance. Okay, so for round 2, we have Daniela Pejšová for Boston. She's a forward with a dynamic presence on the ice. In her previous season, she tallied 22 goals and 18 assists, showcasing her dual threat capability. She's known for her agility and quick decision-making, and she's been pivotal in power play situations, contributing significantly to her team's special teams. Next for Ottawa is Ronja Savolainen. She is a defender celebrated for her robust defensive skills and strong physical presence on the ice. Her playing style is characterized by her ability to effectively disrupt the offensive plays of opponents and her proficiency in penalty killing situations. Last season, she recorded 5 goals and 15 assists, showcasing her capacity to contribute offensively as well. Her ability to lead her team in block shots and accumulate significant penalty minutes illustrates her tough and competitive nature. Next from Minnesota is Britta Curl from the University of Wisconsin. She has been a standout forward, scoring 19 goals and assisting on 21 more in her senior year. Known for her resilience and situational awareness, she has been a key player in her team reaching the playoffs, where she scored crucial goals in tight games. Then we have Maya Nyland Person from New York. As a defenseman, she contributed significantly to her team's success with 7 goals and 20 assists last season. Her ability to transition the puck from defense to offense has been crucial, and she has a plus-minus 24, reflecting her effectiveness on the ice. For Montreal, we got Jennifer Gardiner from Ohio State University. She's had an impressive season at OSU with 15 goals and 25 assists. Her standout performance came in a critical conference game where she scored the game-winning goal and had 2 assists. Her playmaking ability and vision makes her a central figure in her team's offensive strategies. From Northeastern University, we have Megan Carter for Toronto. Known for her defensive prowess, she ended her college career with 4 goals and 17 assists. Her defensive metrics are impressive with a plus-minus of 20 and an average of 2.5 blocks per game. Her performance in the national tournament, particularly in penalty skills, highlighted her critical role in high-stakes situations. Round 3, we have Nora Tulis for New York, Gwyneth Phillips for Ottawa, Clara Himlarova for Minnesota, Allison Simpson for New York, Abigail Barine for Montreal, and Izzy Daniel for Toronto. Round 4, we have Gabby Resenthal for New York, Stephanie Markowski for Ottawa, Brooke McQuigg for Minnesota, Sydney Bard for Boston, Dara Gregg for Montreal, and Laura Bernard for Toronto. Round 5, we have Ellie Harte for New York, Manon McConnon for Ottawa, Dominique Petrie for Minnesota, Kayla Osborne for New York, Anna Wilgreen for Montreal, and Naomi Nabarova for Toronto. Round 6, we have Emily Fictow for New York, Anna Mexner for Ottawa, May Batharson for Minnesota, Shay Maloney for Boston, Anna Kilbin for Montreal, Anna Neki Lenzer for Toronto. Round 7, we have Iona Markova for Boston, Madeline Wethington for Ottawa, Katie Knoll for Minnesota, Hadley Hartsmetz for Boston, Amanda Cassell for Montreal, and Reagan Kirk for Toronto. Now we are going to move on to the next segment where we recap the recent WNBA games. Before we begin, we are going to be taking a very short break, so I will see you guys very soon.